Hi, hope we have all been good. In today's session, we will be looking at splitting data in multiple columns that are separated by comma delimiter and putting them in rows. This is something that was part of the process of analyzing a client's data. I thought it would be nice to share. Let's get to it. In this Excel workbook, we have 4 sheets. Input underscore 30 rows. It contains the input data with 30 rows and macro buttons. Input underscore 300 rows. It contains the input data with 300 rows and macro buttons as well. Output, this is going to have the final results. Worksheet, this is where all rough work will be done. Please note that the input sheet contains the same type of data. The only difference is the number of rows populated, and the reason will be mentioned as we proceed. For now, I would use the data in the input underscore 30 rows sheet to show you the two methods used to sort the data. Look at the input data, which is the raw data. Look at the expected output. Let me clear the output sheet. For the first method, I will use copy paste, transpose, and text to column. So let's insert the header of the output. Here would auto fit. Okay, so it comes out well. Before I split any row, I will check if it has a comma. This determines if it will be splitted or just copied to the output sheet. Please look at the process of splitting the data in row. I'm working with row 2, so I'll just copy or highlight and copy, then go to worksheet, then I'll transpose and come to data, then go for text to column, choose delimited and next, then choose comma. It's already automatically selected. Next, then I can either choose general or text. Normally, if you want your data not to be downsized or reduced, such like data that have maybe leading zeros, it's best you use text for all of them so that the leading zeros don't move away. That's majorly phone numbers and the rest, but we don't have such here, so let's just continue. So finish. So as you can see, it's splitted already. Then I'll do another copy and paste. On the output sheet, I'm now going to transpose. You can see we have this sorted out. So let's go for the next row. You copy, go to the output sheet. Oh, sorry, I forgot to clear. Sorry, the worksheet. I'm supposed to clear here. I think I have to go back and copy again. Okay, yeah. Copy, go to worksheet, transpose, then go again. You choose delimited. Next, it already has comma. Next, general, finish. Then cut and paste. Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to cut and paste. Let's go back. Control C. You copy, then you transpose. So I hope people can see what's happening. Okay, let me just do the last one that has comma. Copy. I'm supposed to clear. Let's go back again and copy. Always forgetting. Transpose. Then text column. Yeah, we can just finish it here already. Then you copy. Ensure not to cut. You copy so that you can be able to transpose it. So you come back to output and you paste, transpose. So this is what we do. You'll do till you are done with all of them. Okay. So for the rows that have things like this, what it does is it just checks it. There's no comma. It copies it. Comes to the output. Paste it here like that. Then come here, copies again, there's no comma, paste it here. So and so on and so forth. So you continue like that till you get to the end. Obviously, that's where we now have to use VBA. That's for our method 1. So moving on to the second method, let me clear this and this. Okay. So for the second method, I will use copy paste, table and queries. I'll insert a serial number column and also use a formula. Okay, let's start. Let's insert the serial number. We'll understand why this is being inserted as we go on. We'll copy this first and go to worksheet, paste values, and insert table. My table as headers. Okay. So after inserting table, we go to data, and then we say from table. So we go to split column by delimiter. This is the query part, by the way. You select your delimiter, which is comma. Then you go to advanced option and click rows. So they're asking you quote character. So our characters are not quoted, so just put none. Then we say okay. So after which you close and load to a location. So I want existing worksheet rather, and select location. So I'm going to be selecting, let's just say page. Say okay. I say load. After loading, I copy and come to my output and paste value. That's done and dusted. Then we go for this. Before we go for the second one, let's clear here. Just delete it. Then we'll come here and we'll copy this together. Go to worksheets, paste value, and under insert we take table, table as header. Okay, then we go to data, then from table you can see it's only highlighting this one and not these two, so we just split the same process. But watch closely to see what the output is going to be like. Row, none, okay. So we close and load to a location. Let's take the same H. Okay. Load. As you can see, it duplicated the total amount, hence the reason for the serial number. But let's continue. You copy, come to your outputs, you paste. So after pasting, let's auto fit. Okay. So this is where the formula comes to play. I'll just copy this, so we're good. So I'm going to say if this equal to this, it should give me nothing, else it should give me this. So I don't know if you see it. I'm saying if D2 is equal to D1, you should make it empty. But if it's not equal to it, it should give me the value there. Let me just do it down. Oh, sorry. It's not supposed to be D2. It's supposed to be E2. E2, because we're trying to... Oh, sorry. What did I do wrong? Okay, wait. E2. Oh, sorry, C2. Okay, yeah. So let's populate it. So you can see that we've successfully removed all the unwanted values that were not supposed to be there with the help of the serial number. So what we do next is to copy and paste value. So now that we're sure that I've copied and pasted the value, we'll delete this too. So let's delete and auto fit. Then you can fix a border and make it bold. Yeah, all this will be done. Control B. Yeah, okay. With the manual method, this is faster in all ramifications, except you are dealing with 3 rows or less. This method is also automated because the client in question is working with multiple files with this same pattern. Let's just run the macro for both input sheets and see the time difference. But before that, let's clear the output. Although it's already there in the VBA script that it should clear this sheet and the worksheet before it starts. So let's also clear the serial number. So you can see that I inserted cells for the process start time and end time, so we can see the processing time. I think everything is fine. So the first one is the one with 30 rows. So let's go. It's done. Let's go back. Okay, let's do this one. It's done. Let's go back. Okay, you can see that this took 1 second and this took 3 seconds. But let's now look at the one with 300 rows. Okay, so we'll be waiting for a long while for this one because it's having to do the process I showed you in method one after the other. And we have it. So let's go for method 2. We can see here that you're dealing with 30 rows. It seems method 1 is faster, but trust me, if you are working with the kind of data my client is working with presently, you wouldn't even dare to use method 1. Then let's see this that has 300 rows. You can see for the 300 rows, the time is now more. That's what I was trying to explain initially. I guess you already figured the reason for the 2 input sheets instead of 1, which was to further portray on how the second method is more efficient compared to the first one in terms of time to analyze large data or possibly multiple files. Let me show you the VBA code. So here's the VBA code that was used. We have module 1 and module 2. Yeah, so this is it. I'll not be explaining the code, but you should know that it's basically the automation of both methods that was done manually in this session. This is a wrap. Till next session. Thanks for joining me.